What's up, miracle makers all around the world, Facebook friends, and anybody who just so happens to be watching this video. I am Eric Capehart, the founder of All the King's Men Mentoring Organization right here in Nashville, Tennessee, and your expert mentor. We are in National Mentoring Month 2017, and today is day 5. I'm excited about the content that we've been discussing all this week, and I'm excited about today being day 5 because we're going to be talking about something that's going to strike to the very core of you as a mentor. And I'm going to be helping you understand how to know what you have to offer for your mentee. I'm going to give Facebook a few seconds here to, as my mentor would say, build an audience, because it says it right here. We're building an audience for you. And so we'll see if anybody is able to click in right now. I know it's about 9:15 here in Nashville in Central Standard Time. Some of you are probably at work right now or checking your email or doing whatever you do in the morning right when you get to work. But I wanted to come live today because I have something very important that I want to share with you today about how to know what you have to offer to your mentee. And the reason I chose this particular topic today is because as I'm going around Nashville and all around doing my mentor trainings, I always ask people what is it that they think they have to offer to their mentee. And many times people say, well, I don't know what I have to offer, or they're unsure about if they would be a good mentor. And I'm going to be referring to my book today, The Miracle Maker, Uncovering the Hidden Miracles in Mentorship. You can get this book on my website, ericdcapehart.com. I really want you to go get this little book and put it in your collection. It's a small book. I mean, I'm telling you, this is an easy, breezy read. Most people tell me they read this book in about a day or two, or just in one setting, but it's some really thought-provoking things inside this book, and I really want to share with you the miracles of the mentorships that I've been involved in, whether it's me being a mentor or it's me being mentored by one of my mentors. But today's topic is going to come directly from this book. And the reason I'm choosing this is because I know many of you are interested in becoming a mentor, but you may not feel confident or so sure that you have anything to offer. But I want to tell you this. Anytime a person tells me that, I'm not sure if I have anything to offer to my mentee, I always ask this simple question, or it's more of a statement. And the statement is this. So you're telling me that up until this point in your life, you don't feel that you've learned anything or experienced anything of any value that you think would be able to help the next person coming up behind you. Is that true? I don't think that that's true. I really believe that every person can be a miracle maker. I say this all the time. You show me a person that's been living for about just 1 year, and I can show you a person who can be a miracle maker through mentorship, because it's all based on your experiences. And so in my book, there's a chapter in this book, and it's called the Backstories. What chapter is this here? This is chapter 5 in my book. It's the backstory. And your backstory, well, let me explain what a backstory is first. A backstory is simple, your life story. It's the story of your life. It's the story of the things that you've experienced in your life, whether it's through a relationship, whether it's through a job, whether it's family, whether it's through sports, whether it's academics, whatever part of your life that you have gained any type of experience in. When you put all that together, I like to call that your backstory. And in mentorship, your backstory is what you have to offer, right? You don't have to have this long, drawn-out story of doom and gloom, like many mentors think that they need to have this story of. Well, let me be specific. When I train mentors and I recruit mentors, and let me put this in context. My organization, we mentor black males. And so many times I hear black males, they actually say this, I didn't grow up in poverty, or I wasn't in the game, or I didn't have this negative story to where I can come in front of these boys and feel credible. Hey, let me tell you, that stuff doesn't matter. Whatever your story is, you don't have to have lived in poverty, or don't have to have spent any time in jail or been in trouble with the law to be a good mentor. I mean, come on now. Your life story is valuable to someone who's coming up behind you. And so don't ever underestimate your story because it's not like someone else's story. My story is my story. I wasn't in a gang. I wasn't in and out of jail. I had my issues with really never been to jail other than that one time in Florida for the summer. with my friends, but we're not going to talk about that. But the point here is you don't have to have the same story as someone else, because you need to know that your story is valuable, and you need to know that your backstory can be the difference maker in the next person's life. So how do you know what you have to offer? Simple. Think about your life story. In this chapter of my book, you can, at the end of that chapter, after I talk about the backstories and how the collision of two people's backstories that don't know each other, that collision in a mentorship is the collision that's going to explode and bring the miracle to pass. And at the end of that chapter, I give you some space to write your backstory. Just write down some of the things that were important to you, that you experienced with your family or with your friends or any type of relationship. I really want you to write those things down, and I want you to think about what you got from those experiences. And those are the things that you have to offer. Maybe you were a first-generation college student, so your story, no matter what your story is, that story is going to be valuable to your mentee. Maybe you were elected to political office at a young age, or maybe you were the first of your sex and race to be elected into a political office. That's your backstory. There's a story that goes along with that. Maybe you were a professional athlete right out of college. Maybe you were a professional at whatever you were doing at a young age. Maybe you started a business when you were young. I don't really care what your backstory is. As long as you were able to live through it, gain some type of perspective from it, and understand what it is that you can take from it to better your life, that's the very thing that you can use in your mentorship. So I want you to go get this book, The Miracle Maker, Uncovering the Hidden Miracles in Mentorship. I have a very special offer that I'm going to be giving out to anybody that goes to my site today and joins my list. You go to my site, ericdkpart.com, join the list. Hey honey, my wife just clicked in, so I got to pause for a second and acknowledge the most beautiful woman in the world, Tiffany K. Part. Thank you, honey, for being a big support and joining us today. But go to the site, get this book. In chapter 5, I want you to read the story on the chapter on backstories, and it'll tell you a little bit more about my backstory. In fact, in that chapter, I'm actually outlining to you how two backstories can collide and make an impact in both the parties' lives. So go to my site, get this little book that started off as a little ripple in the ocean, which is now making some waves in the ocean. We're not where we want to be yet, but we are making some waves. So I want you to go get this book. And in chapter 5, I really want you to spend some time in that chapter so that you can understand how your backstory is actually the thing that you have to offer to your mentee. Hey, it's National Mentoring Month. It's day 5. I've been excited about doing these videos. Tomorrow I'm going to be talking, kind of recapping everything that we've learned this week. And again, if you go to my site, join my list. Actually I'm going to be giving out it's a discount. It's going to be a great discount, something that you and your mentee can enjoy. So go to my list, sign up. All I need is your name and your email address, and tomorrow I'm going to be sending you a cool gift on behalf of me for National Mentoring Month. Hey, if you have any questions that you'd like to ask me about mentorship, again, you can go to my site. At the bottom of that page, you can submit any type of question. In fact, if you want to share with me your mentorship story, you can do the same thing. Go to my site. At the bottom, there's a section where it says share your story with me. I want to hear your story. I actually want to share your story with people all around the world. So, a few things for you to do. It all ends on my site, ericdkpart.com. I hope you're enjoying your new year so far. I'm definitely having a good time with my family, my wife, and my new business that I'm launching, Eric K. Part Incorporated, where I am so serious about building my expert empire, and that empire is going to be all about mentorship. So be on the lookout for that. I got some really cool stuff coming up for you guys this month that I'm going to be sharing with you, and I'm really just truly excited about the opportunity to come with you every day and share with you some of the things that I feel are very important to me. So as always, happy mentoring.